Greetings, dear ones. I'm Sonia from Empowered Sovereign, and this is the Great Awakening 2025. This is our story. Yes, beautiful ones, because what I have found out and continuously is finding out about the life journey is that we are uncovering these unknown parts that all of us think are not us. But as I have been sharing from day one, we encompass the whole. We are living, yes, brace yourself when I say this, we have been living under a spell. Yes, dear ones, just think about it for a second. A spell. And that spell is the conditioning. It is the conditionings that has told you and me and every single person what we should or should not do, what we should or should not say. And we have been living this way our entire lives. Now, last night was the first part of the Great Awakening 2025. I had it at 7 p last night, and I was sharing that a large percentage of us, the collective, live our lives under these conditions unknowingly. Yeah. So a whole person, dear ones, can live their entire life. And I also shared this saying about ignorance is bliss, right? So if you don't know that you are under these conditions, you're fine. It isn't until we begin to awaken. Yes, when you begin to awaken, that's when you begin to see these conditions that we have been functioning under, we have been existing under, we have been allowing these conditions to navigate, yes, to create our every move. Yes, we have. So, because we are right now in this new era, this great awakening, where all of us, now, you may not consider yourself an energetic essence, but in some point in time, you will awaken to the fact that you are. Your true essence is energy. This vessel, this body is a vehicle so we can do things, so we can experience. And I also shared about performing. That's a new thing that I have been discussing because I have heard from several people talk about performing. Are you giving a performance? And as I did share, which I have a different take on it, is that all of us, we are all performing. Yes, every single one of us is performing on the stage of life. Yes, this is a stage and the spotlight is on us. So just think for a second. You don't have to think too hard about this. We see our actors, our actresses, right? We go to movies, right? What else we do? We go to Broadway shows. Now, As I have always said and will continue to say, that we are the reflections of the universe. We are reflections of one another. So if we are reflections of one another, then guess what? We are the actors, the actresses. We are on the grand stage. Yes, this is the grand stage. Everybody is on this stage. Everybody is performing. This is a part of the life journey. Okay? It is. So we play many characters because we have many personas that is within us. Because what? We encompass everything from A to Z. We encompass every single thing. So, as I'm saying this, I am picking up on part of the collective that's saying, no, I do not exhibit this type of, personality. I don't this, I don't that, but you do. Because of the conditioning, there it is, there's that word again, conditioning. We have been conditioned to think that we're separate. We're not separate. We have been conditioned by many things, but this is the stage of life. And as I said, we have many personas. What we are striving for is to be our authentic self. So when we perform as that, that's a performance as well, because we are in this vehicle, we are in this vessel, this body, because our true essence is presence. And what is presence? Presence is an invisible essence that just is. It is the essence that makes you, that makes me, that makes everything exist. It is the nature that we see outside. It is the sunrise. It is the moon settling. Okay? It is the stars that we see in the night sky. It is the trees, the leaves blowing. Okay? It is the grass. It is us. Okay? So, this is what makes this journey, especially when you think that you're this vessel. When you think you're the vessel and nothing else, it can seem confusing. Yeah, it can. But nature, as I always share, is our best teacher, is our greatest teacher, because it teaches us our own rhythm. It teaches us to slow down. And if you spend time out in nature, you will be entrained with the nature aspect of all of us. Okay? We encompass the whole because we are the fire, the water, the air, the earth, and the ether. We are all of the elements. Okay? It is within us. Now, I can just share maybe back in 2010, maybe 20, I'm not 20, 2009, I was shown in my mind's eye the element of fire. Yes. So I was shown that, and I was shown that we brought the fire element to the earth. Okay. So this is something that was shown to me, because this is another thing. When you seek more about who you are going to receive answers. You're going to receive the answers that can be in images, they can be in sacred geometry, they can be within people, within nature, within yourself. Yes, it is your self, your essence that is presenting these images, these messages, and they are keys and they are codes. Everything is a message, a key, or a code to help you remember you. All right, so this is Great Awakening. And the Great Awakening knows and sees itself more today because the veil has been lifted so you can understand. Yes, you can appreciate, you can relate, you can connect and understand that you are a piece of this tapestry that is a puzzle. Yes, every single one of us has a place in this tapestry, this stage of life where we get to play many different characters until we get to the main character, which is our authentic self. So that's our true self. But guess what? We're still performing because we are in a vessel. You see what I'm saying? If we weren't in a vessel, if we were our true essence, not in a vessel, just existing like the atmosphere that we feel on our skin, then guess what? You won't be able to see us. This is why we're in a vessel, because we wanted to experience, we wanted to witness, we wanted to remember, dear ones. So, because we are in this awakening phase, this awakening season, we are creating new realities for ourselves and we are quantum jumping. Yes, this is another thing I talked about last night. We get to quantum jump. That means when you quantum jump, dear ones, you get to dismantle all of those conditionings. They are out the window. Yes, because when you quantum jump, it's like you're crushing it. You're crushing those conditions. Yes, those conditions that really, maybe at the time made sense to us, but right now it doesn't. No, those conditions do not make any sense because we are an essence that is unlimited. We are an essence that is the infinite possibilities. And as I have shared on many videos, that we are the greatest gift. So the Great Awakening is right now helping us to unify with one another, to have these connections with one another because we are already connected. We have always been connected. Yes. And where are we connected? We are connected through that infinite heart that is always beating. Yes. It is beating as one for all of us. And whatever you have going on in your life during this great awakening, we are asked to pause. We are asked to start journaling things that may seem not in alignment for you. Yes, we are asked to journal these things so you can flip whatever part of yourself that is not aligning. You can turn that into, or shall I say, you can integrate it. Yeah. So if you have doubt, write down the things that you're doubting. Anything that you're doubting within yourself, write it down. It can be The simplest things. And usually it is the simplest things, dear ones. But when we bring awareness to it, that's when we dismantle it. It is gone. Okay. I can just share with you that a lot of things that I was unaware of, and this is really what is happening, is we are unaware of such things in our lives, and that's why we continue to repeat things. But when you bring awareness, then that's the opportunity to up level, to integrate those doubts so you can be reassured and you don't have to doubt anymore because there's no room for doubt. Doubt is when you are still learning, okay? You're still learning. And when you integrate doubt, you are reassured because you know now that you are a physical incarnation of Source, of the universe, of God, whatever label you see fit to describe it as, because we have to have names to things to understand what we're speaking about, right? So the Great Awakening is allowing us to know that we are the universe, essentially. We are the universe. Now, that's massive, dear ones. And to add to it, I have had, I have made several videos that we are the chosen ones. Now, when I say chosen, because when I first heard this saying, I was like, what are they talking about, the chosen ones? Like, who is the chosen one? What does that mean? But I figured it out, and I know that the chosen ones is everyone who is existing because we all chose to come here. So, but because you chose to come here, then the next step is, are you choosing to remember why you came here? Meaning, are you choosing to remember your purpose? Are you choosing to go up a path or just to go on the path where you can align completely? Because when you do, guess what's happening? You are helping every man, woman, and child. Yes, you are helping everyone to remember. So when we all remember, guess what happens? All of that stuff, all of those conditionings are being dismantled. They don't exist anymore because we're creating a new world. And this is what this great awakening is about, is us creating this new earth, this new world where we are authentic, we are expressing ourselves, right? We're not hiding behind another person, we're not trying to shrink. All of these things we used to do. Yes, I know I did. I used to shrink. I used to help other people shine, and I used to shrink because I didn't want to be seen. But that was a collective mentality of us not wanting to see ourselves. Yeah, but we are beginning to see ourselves. That's the beauty, and that's the great thing right now. So, dear ones, quantum jumping, remember that as well. When you quantum jump, you are saying, I am in alignment. I am in alignment with myself. I choose me. Yeah, I choose myself. I'm not going to hide behind a belief, behind a thought, behind a system that told me that I could not do this, that I had to wait when I know I didn't have to wait. Like, all of us know this, but because of the conditionings, we fall victim. Yeah. to those conditions. And as I said, there are many people who are living their lives under these conditions and don't even know it. And that's, I'm circling back to that phrase of ignorance is bliss because they don't know. Yeah. But because we're in this new era, this great awakening, people are awakening. That's why people are changing their diets, right? People are getting into yoga. People are getting more into fitness because these are parts of the whole of us that keeps us in a state of well being. Yes, dear ones, we are in these bodies, these vessels. So we are meant to move. We are meant to love ourselves. We are meant to have respect and honor for ourselves. Now, as I say all of this, many of us go down destructive paths, and I know I have been, of drinking. Yeah, I have been down a drinking path when I was younger. And it was more for me like social drinking, but nevertheless, drinking, just drinking to the point where it's like it's poisoning your body. It really is. And then guess what happens? We get a hangover, we feel sick, right? That's because we overindulged in drinking, which is really like a poison. It's like we're poisoning ourselves. And that's why you feel so terrible and you throw up because guess what? You overindulged. And guess what? I know I did it a lot, and many others did it a lot because that was a collective thing that a lot of people do in their 20s. They're experimenting, they're experiencing, shall I say, both. They're experiencing that part of their life. And then eventually, guess what? We all grow out of it. Most of us, I shouldn't say all. Some people still, may drink obsessively, but it's an experience that we go through. It's like a collective experience. Now, I know everyone doesn't go through it, but a large percentage of us go through it. And I know I went through it. And it was, for me, more of a social thing. It wasn't like I really wanted to drink. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm drinking because I'm with my friends and this is what we do. So is that me being me? You see? So I was playing a character there. I was playing the character of what? The social butterfly, right? The person that drinks around her friends. But can we have a deep conversation? No, we weren't at that stage in our lives. We can have some conversation, but the conversations, as I remember, were always superficial conversations. You see what I'm saying? So we were all playing characters, and we still are, or we are still playing characters until you get to, what did I say? Our authentic self. Okay? But the main thing to remember, dear ones, is we don't want to continuously repeat the same thing. Because if you do, that means you're still in that spell. You're in that spell of repeating whatever experience because we supposed to have learned from it by now. Yeah, it's deep. It is really deep. So the Great Awakening means you know that you don't have to be repeating things. And that's one main indicator. If you are repeating things, then that's a definite sign for you that you're under some spell. Yeah. Anytime you repeat over and over and over for a long period of time, 20 years, 30 years, this is what I'm speaking of. It's time to break that spell. It's time to wake up. so you can start to walk down or walk the path where it's going to align with your true self. And we are here to learn what our true self is. This is the stage of life. It's the stage of life, and it is also a school. Earth is the school where we are learning, and everybody is a teacher, everybody is a student. Yes, interchangeable. Everybody, as I like to say it, is a master. And we are in a master class, mastering ourselves, learning about ourselves. Yeah, this is deep. So when you know that you are a master, you are a physical, incarnated fractal of source, of the universe, of God. When you know that, then things start to line up, things start to become clear to you. You begin to slow down, you begin to see between the illusion. Yes, you begin to read people. Yes, you begin to read minds. Yes, because now you have activated that part of you, that intuitive part of you, because we are all intuitive, dear ones. When you slow down, everything that I do on Empowered Sovereign is to help you align with you, help you to align to your power, your magnificence. Yes. And this is the year, dear ones, we are going through massive transformation, lots of deaths and rebirths. Deaths and rebirths, just deaths and rebirths. It's just going to just continuously happen, and it's going to continuously happen into the next year, into whatever needs to be filtered out of your life completely. That is what is happening, and it can be painful. Some of it can be very painful because of, what did I just say? The conditioning, the conditions that we are still holding on to. We are like being asked to just let it go, because when we let it go, it's allowing for new energy, new people, new experiences, new pathways that's going to align us. And when that happens, dear ones, you and me and everyone else, we are going to be witnessing a brand new world that we have never seen before. This is what this new era is all about. So all of that old stuff has to go. That's why it's important to speak your truth. Okay, that's one of our gifts. The voice is a gift. It is a vibrational gift that helps us to align to ourselves. So, this video that I'm speaking on, it is a transmission. It is helping you to connect with you. Yes, this is why we have a voice, so we can speak and help others remember themselves. This is what it's about. Everybody is helping one another. Even when you don't think you're helping, you are helping. And I like to share this simple analogy, or this simple expression that everyone does at times, which is smiling. Yes, a simple smile can brighten up a person's day, can heal somebody. And as it's healing you, it's healing me. You see what I'm saying? Because it is that expression that is a universal force that is alchemizing. A smile makes you feel nurtured, appreciated. It makes you feel but like you belong because you do belong. It brings joy. It lightens up your heart. A smile does so much. That simple act. Yeah, it does. So the more that we smile, the more that we help one another. Just that simple act of smiling. So this great awakening, we are smiling more. We are seeing ourselves more. We are using our voice. That is one of the gifts. We are opening our hearts. That's another major gift. Okay, we are walking through our heart, talking through our heart, creating through our heart, because the heart is what brings everything together, brings everyone together, whether it's tragedy or a happy occasion. The heart brings everything together. So remember that as well. That is one of our major gifts. Because as I just said, it brings everything together. And we have to be rooted. That's another gift. Being rooted within the heart, being rooted with integrity, being rooted with joy and unconditional love. Yes, when we are rooted, just think of roots, actual roots growing from the soles of your feet into the soil. Yes, actually visualize that. So you are rooted, you are safe, you are secure, you have a purpose, you see yourself. That's one of our gifts. We have to be grounded. When you're grounded, you can create. You can do many things because you're grounded. Yes. So remember that as well. And we have to be comfortable in our own skin. We have to be comfortable with everything about ourselves. Yes, we do. So before I end this video, if you haven't subscribed to my website, you can do so because I have many tools. I have many medication. Well, you are the medication. That's another video I made. You are actual medication. Heal yourself in the world, especially when you know who you are. You are a physical medication. Yes, that's how powerful you are. I'm telling you. A lot of people don't know their power, but I'm here to tell you about your power and that I have meditations. That's what I was trying to say, and transmissions to help remember and align you, dear ones, because you are something spectacular. Yes. And the reason why you're spectacular is because you are a fractal of source. Yes, you are a fractal. Everyone is a fractal of source. So forget all those stories, even though all the stories that have been told does have truth, but guess what? It also has stuff that is not true. Like everything that has been presented has both. And we have to heart discern everything. Yeah, we do. But because you are an incarnated fractal of the universe, of source creator, that is so powerful. Okay, I'm just letting you know. So everything that you have learned thus far about yourself, This right here overrides all of that. Okay, it overrides every ounce of everything that you have learned about yourself. Okay, so when you know that you are a physical incarnated fractal of source, and when I say source, I mean the source that makes it possible for you to understand, for you to see, for you to know, for you to eat, for you to walk, jump, play, shout, get upset, get happy, smile, frown, every single thing. When you know that, when you can key into that level of yourself, then you have just leveled up. Yeah. You have just leveled up. And all of those things in your life that you've been holding on to, these little arguments with people, they're so insignificant. Okay? They're insignificant. They're meaningless. Okay? Really. This is what this is all about. They're meaningless. It is time to align to the things that really matter to us. And it is time for us to vibrate a vibration of what we feel we are. Because I'm here to tell you, whatever you're vibrating out into the world is what you think of yourself. Okay? Did you catch what I just said? Whatever vibration that you are vibrating out into the world, that people are feeling and seeing, is what you think of yourself. So, what do you think of yourself? This will be homework. Jot down, what do you think of yourself? What vibration am I displaying out into the world, into the universe? And if it is a vibration that you do not want to display in the world, guess what? You can change it right now. Okay? So write it down, make the changes. So, this is the part that is very difficult for us, is that, yeah, we get so pumped up. Like, this video may have you pumped up right now, but then the next day you'll forget and go right back to those conditionings. So this is why I have a free community. I have my website, I have meditations, I have transmissions, I have all kind of tools to help you stay in that vibration so you don't forget who you are. Because the conditionings, right, of our mind keeps us in that loop, and we don't want to be looping anymore. No, we don't. So after this creative NAR, this is a creative NAR. You see, I changed the name because I'm a creator and I can do that, and so can you. So this is a creative NAR. I will place a link. You can join if you want to my free community, as I said, where I have meditations, I have transmissions, I have sessions, I have all kind of goodies for us to nourish us, to keep us in alignment with ourselves so we can grow exponentially. Yes, we want to grow. We don't want to stay stagnant. We don't want to stay in conditions that do not grow us. No, this is the Great Awakening. And during the Great Awakening, we have awakened out of those spells of conditioning today. So, dear ones, I'm going to end it right now, but just know that watching this video has activated you within, because I'm here to tell you, like I always tell you, and I will continuously tell you, that everything is within you. Your whole genetic makeup, dear ones, has all of the keys. And because you have all of the keys to everything, it is videos like this that can activate you further. yes, can unlock more within you because it's so much. You are like an abyss of information, diving deeply, deeply in that ocean where the infinite source lies. Yeah, the infinite source is you. But we didn't know about that because we've been under the conditions. Yeah, we've been looking at other people and just wishing that we were them. But we have to realize that the power has always been within us. We didn't see it because we were looking at or through the world with the two physical eyes that shows us the illusion. Oh my goodness. So, dear ones, know thyself. Log on to my website. Pause, make space for yourself when you're ready. Okay. This is all when you are ready. Okay. Because I'm a messenger, but you are too as well. And when we come together, guess what? We create something spectacular because when we are united, we can stand tall to help one another. But when we are divided, what happens? Many things happen. Many things, I would say, many illusions happen when we are divided. So just pause, as I said, journal. Journal and write down, as I said, about you knowing thyself. Continue to journal and write down the things. If you doubt, as I said, we change that doubt so you will not doubt. We have to integrate all of that. So you just journal, continuously journal. And that question I ask is, what or how do you see yourself? However you see yourself is the energy that you're putting out in the world. So if you don't like what you're putting out in the world, you can change it right now. So journal that. Journal whatever you believe to be about yourself and make the necessary changes to change it. Because you are, what did I say? A physical, incarnated fractal of source. Okay? We are all fractals of source. Just imagine, let me think. Okay. Yeah, this is a good example because this is actually a part of it. Just imagine a tree and then you have branches on the tree. So the branches are us, humanity. Humanity with all the different ethnicities, okay? All of the branches, they represent different ethnicities, right? Then the leaves on the branches are you, okay? You're the leaves on the branches of that tree. Those leaves are the fractals of source. The tree is the source. And the tree is a very great example. Yeah, because we have the roots, as I said, being grounded, roots that grow into the earth. Every single one of us is a leaf off of that tree that is growing and growing and growing. Every one of us, we all come from that source. That tree is the source. You see what I'm saying? So we are all a part of it. This is why with wars, killing one another, that's we're really killing ourselves because we're humanity. We're really one race, humanity, the human race, but we have an array of colors, right? That that's what makes us us. That diversity, that those multitude of personas and just everything, I think is beautiful. So journal what you think of yourself. And if you don't like it, change it. Just as simple as that. And I know I say it's simple, and it's really not simple for us. This is why we make the space to pause, to meditate, to connect with like minded people, and to further awaken. This is why we're here, dear ones. We're here to remember ourselves, we're here to remember our divinity. Yes. So close your eyes real quick. I'm going to end this creative NAR. Thank you. Thank you, Source. Thank you, Universe. Thank you, God, for creating this space for us today. May we leave with our hearts open. May we have enlightened eyes. May our ears be open to wisdom. And may our minds see through the veil of illusion, and our hearts combined all parts of ourselves to unite us as one cohesive force of love. Breathe it in. So it is, thy will is done. Yes. All right, beautiful ones. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And guess what? I'm going to have another creative NAR at 7 p. I'm creating this momentum. All right, dear ones, enjoy. And if you decide to join me again at 7 p, I'll see you at 7 p. But until then, let love, let light, and may the infinite love of all filter through your heart throughout infinity. Take care.